The Economic Ninja here. I've got a story that I believe could quite frankly be a massive story in the months to come, and I want to talk about it today and some solutions that we can, or things that we could get ready for this, because I do believe this is going to affect us all over the world, even though this started in Israel. This is what I'm referring to is the bird flu that is killing thousands of birds right now in Israel, and the reason why it's important is because this can be transmitted to humans, and I think soon we're going to start seeing stories about that. And how I also want you to understand, even if it didn't get transmitted to humans, the importance of understanding what it's doing to the bird population, how it can affect chickens and eggs. And so here we go. Israel's National Security Council has assumed control of a massive bird flu outbreak in the Galilee, which scientists warn could be a mass disaster for humans. It says over 500 million migrating birds pass through that area every year, heading to warm African winters or balmy European summers, making this a catastrophic location for a bird flu outbreak, right as the nexus of global avian travel. So obviously it's a bad time. The virus can be deadly if it infects people. The WHO, World Health Organization, says more than half of the confirmed 863 human cases it has tracked since 2003 proved fatal. Most strains or variants of avian flu are relatively difficult to transmit to people. Now, I want to stop there right now. That doesn't sound like a big number, and this is not to get people freaked out, right? Because certain things happen in the world that we have no control over, right? But what we do have control over, and this is the positive, being prepared, right? So I'm going to talk about those in just a second, but I want to explain this, and again, not trying to alarm anyone, but right now, to say that the human population right now, their immune systems are compromised is an understatement, all right? Regardless of what side of the fence you're on, or how serious this is or not, what's currently going on, I personally already had it. It kicked my butt, to be honest with you. Thank heavens I had something, that made sure I didn't have worms, let's say, because it was awesome and helped us through that a lot. But, this is going to, I have a feeling this could be big, okay? But even if it isn't, the preparation is not that big of a deal. So there could be a mutation that also infects people and turns into a mass disaster. Now, guys, this could be a narrative. I don't know. I honestly don't. But what I believe is this. Let's get away from the human aspect of this, it going to humans. Let's talk about birds and the production of eggs. That is a big deal, okay? The facts are right now you can see videos of them picking up all of these thousands and thousands of birds, all right? And this is just a beginning story, okay? It is definitely killing birds. If it starts to kill the chicken population, duck population, things like that, that affect the food supply, that is catastrophic. Even if you don't live in Israel, where this is starting, or let's say you don't live in Africa, where these birds are heading, or Europe, I'm going to start doing stories pretty soon of how we are diverting food and gas to different parts of the world so that it is going to officially control and affect the rest of the world. So I wanted to bring this to you. So what's one thing we can do? Honestly, this is the time to start thinking about, if you have the space to have some chickens, honestly, it wouldn't be the worst thing. Also, this might be the time to start making relationships with people that do have chickens and start learning, like, hey, what is something that I could buy that later on I could trade you for fresh eggs? I honestly believe that is a big deal, and I think it is very, very important to get this news out and then look at the positive side, that something could be coming that's huge. And trust me, when I was warning everybody that I knew in 2019 about what is affecting us today, you guys know what I'm talking about, they laughed at me. And if you would have just prepared, if you would have bought certain things, you'd be honestly loving life right now, because you got away relatively unscathed. So I hope this gets to you guys. Please share this on Facebook, because these kind of stories right here, I think, are very important to get out before information is, let's say, changed. All right? With that being said, guys, the Economic Ninja is out.